Every now and again, I remember a game called Team Fortress 2. It's a lot like the one we play today, but it's different. I remember names like Germa, Funk, Star, Skyman, Raja, Scotchaw, and Array 7. I remember that end-of-the-line promotional video that still makes me cry a little when I watch it. Quick Play, the Saxies, pre-nerf Sandman, those little flavor blurbs at the bottom of cosmetics. Hell, I even remember the My Little Pony drawings that show up every time you try and Google one of the classes. And now here I am. And I've spent the last year making videos about a game that only exists in my memory. But I think I've got one more video in me. So this is a send-off to a game that I've loved since I first played it in 2013. I'd like to think that I'm not just speaking for myself, but for a lot of the community too. But ultimately this video isn't really about me, or anybody else for that matter. It's about Team Fortress 2. TF2's been around long enough to be considered somewhat of an old game. And the thing about old games is that they tend to show their age here and there. Visual presentation, dated references, and weird design choices all have a tendency to bog down any game after a couple of years. But TF2, 15 years ahead of its time, dances around these issues like it's nobody's business. Its distinct visual style and timeless brand of absurd, over-the-top humor give the game a leg up against modern releases. And these are certainly critical factors to TF2's success, but you know what's more important to a game than good jokes? The actual gameplay. Among a whole lot of other things, one of the videos I had on my schedule is going to be called What TF2 Gets Right. You know, what makes it special from a gameplay perspective. I suppose this is the replacement it gets, so here goes. When it comes to gameplay, TF2 doesn't beat around the bush. It doesn't hide maps or weapons behind paywalls, it doesn't kill your progress when you screw up, and it lets you do stuff like this. Some games nerf your damage output to make the gameplay seem more balanced with slower, more forgiving combat. This is a fine design strategy, but it ends up making you feel more like a cog in the machine. TF2 has no problem making you the machine. Whether it's chain stabs, headshots, uber charges, sticky traps, or sentries, TF2 runs with the best, albeit most volatile game design strategy. If everyone is broken, nobody is. It puts the power in your hands, and every situation can be solved through the class selection screen. There's something beautiful about that. Now I want to bring up a topic of less frequent discussion. Objectives. Nobody really talks about how they affect gameplay, but the fact is that good objectives make games fun. I don't want to watch a 200-person kill counter tick up for 15 minutes, I want to clear a point, capture it, and get rewarded with a cool sound effect. Where a lot of games seem to make you choose between having fun and playing the objective, Team Fortress 2 does the impossible and makes the objective fun. To this day, AAA games still don't have this down. You gotta put a gun to my head to get me to defend a point in Halo, cause it's boring, and we're just gonna lose the damn thing again in 30 seconds. In TF2, I'm switching to Engineer and building a high-caliber, laser-focused defense turret, cause these guys can sooner suck a crocket than take my control point. Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to bring up the mood for a couple minutes, but now I want to move on to the future of TF2. For a long time, I did my best to be optimistic. I always believed that an update had to be right around the corner, but I don't think I believe that anymore. It would take 3 developers working part-time shifts for a month to make the best update we've had in 4 years, and we can't even get that. I believed in you, Valve. Everybody did. We hoped and hung on and kept this community alive. We made videos, weapons, maps, fan art, and you could not have given less of a shit. Hey, at least you got something to show for it, eh? After all, you guys made Artifact. What's it gotta be like to get into TF2 today, huh? Imagine you're a 13-year-old kid taking a break from Fortnite to give something else a try. You join into a server. Oh, that's weird, there's like 4 cheaters on the other team. Oh, I can't talk either, cause this account is free to play. After even 5 minutes of putting up with this crap, why would you stick around to try and learn the game? And I haven't even mentioned the absurd learning curve and eternal vow of silence from Valve. Your friends haven't heard of this game, you can't talk to teammates, and the only online discussion forum for this game is on Reddit. For all the crud Fortnite gets, at least they have a development team who cares about their own game. I wish that Team Fortress 2 was doing better. I wish it was more accessible to new players. I wish we didn't have to deal with bots. And I wish Valve would treat us like more than walking money symbols. I'm not done playing TF2, and I ain't telling you what to think about it either. No matter what happens, this game deserves to be remembered for the masterpiece it is. But after everything, you deserve better. I deserve better. And I'm done with the neglectful, abusive relationship that this game has become. Sleep well, Team Fortress 2. You earned it.